Oh yeah, Ivar, we should do like a top 30 as well whenever we record.
Oh yeah, we do need to do a top 30 because I saw some horrendous ones.
Let's go. I think we are live, boys.
Spicy, you can come as well, even though we're still.
Yeah.
No.
Spicy's always invited.
All right. Yeah, we are indeed.
Then Lumos, once we get,
I'm gonna give us a little bit of time to let some stragglers come in. I'm gonna share this bad boy to the Discord too, just so everybody knows what's up and what's happening. It's going straight into central power battery ever. Let's go. All right, and got this bad boy sent out. All right, what's up, everybody? Hopefully we got all the stragglers coming in over here. Yo, what's up in the chat? We got the crew coming in. Yo, welcome everyone to the old Omni-Lantern Council. It's looking pretty OG, I'm not gonna lie. We have some legends inside the chat right now. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's looking pretty spicy, pretty fire. As always, I'm your host, Lumos Theromax. I'm glad I can be here, glad I can be hanging out with everyone. Been working on all sorts of content for my boys out there in the Theromax Corps. And today, as I said earlier, I'm here with all the Omni-Lanterns, which includes the big account Ivar for his first appearance, I believe, on that channel, really.
Yeah, I think so. What's up, guys?
Yo, big W's.
I'm a contributor, future content creator, and yeah, I just here to hang out. I read way too much fucking fiction, so here we are.
Hey, that's the big W, though, man. We also have my boy Don Juan the Third over on the Coffee Shop channel hanging out tonight. What you doing over there, bro?
What's up, everyone? This is Don Juan III, the host of Coffee Shop Comics. I appreciate you bringing me into the Omni-Lantern Corps here. You know what I mean? It's great to be here. I have some really, really good versus matches coming up. A lot of them dealing with the horror genre, so I'm really, really looking forward to getting those out and seeing where that goes, and doing a few different collabs with the members here.
Hey, that's the way to go. We also have my boy JobberGodot hanging out. Hit us with it.
What's up, everybody? It's the lawyer, JobberGodot. Yeah, just make some JoJo's content, and for future content, like, more of the same. Except, I'm gonna put some DC and different content in there. Happy to be here. Very content creator. Happy to help out. Happy to do some collabs.
Hey, that's the way to be, man. We also have my boy, long time. I think the first member I met out of the OG crew here. We got Q coming in. Let's go.
Yeah, that's straight. You know, former washed up content creator. At one point, Canon had more subs than Lumos, but you know, I kind of dropped scaling.
That got retconned.
Yeah, Canon, and now I guess I'm a bit of a contributor and just chilling on the side. Glad to be here again.
Hell yeah, good to have you on the channel, bro. And of course, another member of the old guard coming up. We got my man Reality Spine hanging out with us after releasing a fire video today.
What's up, you guys? It's your boy, your god, Reality Spine. I'm just your resident mythology scaler here. Scaler who will do the scaling that others won't. Who said it himself, I recently dropped a dope-ass video on the powerful scaling of Danny DeVito and Canon Solo Fiction. Upcoming projects, actually the very next video I plan to do will be Hercules. Very iconic mythological figure in all pieces of media, so be on the lookout for that.
All right, and we also have somebody else who was putting out content today, another member of the old guard. As always, we got the spiciest orange hanging out on the channel, man. We got the whole crew here. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Spicy. Glad to be here.
Mainly a Baki scaling channel, as yeah, just really like it. But it's mainly a Baki channel, but be sure to expect other things down the line. Those are going to be some experiments I'm going to be trying out, but yeah.
Well, hey, we definitely look forward to it, and today I think we'll even manage to get to watch one of those shorts that you just put out, so that's going to be pretty damn fire. Be sure to check out the channel. And last but not least, we also have my boy FunkyPeacock hanging out. What you got for us today?
Oh, boys, I'm just chilling. I like me some One Piece. I like me some anime a bit more than the comics and stuff like that. You know, all stuff like that. I like to make a little bit of story content. Got my All for One video in the works because I ain't uploaded nothing in a while. Probably gonna make something on like Puss in Boots or something. You know, little goofy, little wacky stuff here and there. You know what it is. And I'm just chilling here, recording some Overwatch 2 gameplay so I can put it in my videos. You know?
Hell yeah. Big W's though. Glad to have everyone hanging out for the first actual Omni-Lantern Corps meeting, man. It's pretty OG to have all the old guard members that we do have in here, and it's awesome to be adding some new faces, especially people who are wildly talented in a variety of fields. If anybody is interested in anybody in here and their ideas and their topics or anything that they cover, you can always check the link in the description to see what these guys are bringing to the table and check out their channels, man, because they make some really interesting content. But today we're making content on a bunch of different topics that these guys actually all kind of brought up together. And there's a bunch of really interesting things that we wanted to slap it off with tonight. And I think the first topic we're going to hit, I'm going to let Reality Spine roll up and hype up this Danny DeVito video he dropped today. Hit us with the fire.
Awesome. I'm gonna hit you with that Frank Reynolds fire. It's always sunny, boy. Let's go. To be honest, I never watched that show, but
disgrace.
You guys haven't seen.
How you gonna have the blaster master?
If you guys have not seen Danny DeVito video, go and check it out. But essentially, for all you morons, I guess couldn't get the joke. It is a satire, already, but that's just like your limited perception that all you mortals have. All of that scaling in there, valid, on and go. Danny DeVito, just to give a little quick synopsis. Although I still encourage you guys to go and check it out. He is being on this realm. He's a being beyond this reality. Is the ultimate force that will slap up your favorite verse. That's really all I'm gonna say about Danny DeVito. I want you guys to check out the video. Apparently, it's only got 30 somewhat videos. Come on, guys, we can do better than that.
And, I need to actually watch it. I haven't had a chance to watch
for Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, dude. There was some moments in there. I don't want to give too much away, but let's just say Goku doesn't survive. All right, let's leave it at that right there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
But let's see what else we got repping to the table today. I know both Jobber and my boy Tick wanted to discuss the ideas of the new JoJo's part coming out here real soon, Part 9. What are you guys repping in that department, and what could it possibly bring for us?
For Part 9, at least in my opinion, JoJo, it's probably going to take place maybe somewhere either in Europe or like maybe even America, who knows, but JoJo's probably going to be extremely lucky. I think that's the theme Maraki's going for, is a really lucky JoJo.
We're going to get some luck hacks, you think? We're going to test the idea of fate in the distance of luck? Let's go.
Let's go. I think we probably are. It's going to be pretty dope to see it. It's coming out next month, February, so can't wait.
What are you looking for? What do you think would be the best case scenario for like everything going on in that part?
Best case scenario?
Yeah, like what would you be looking for? What do you want? Give me the theory as to what you want, and I'll ask Tick the same thing afterwards.
Let me think here. Oh, that's a really good question. Like, because there's a lot of things that I would like in that part. You know what? maybe an explanation on just like what happened to Josuke after part 8. Like, maybe he gets to be in part 9, right? As a character that helps out the main JoJo. That's like on some like JoJo stuff in part 4. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, he's like a white hat. He's got a black hat instead of a white hat. He became Black Sailor Josuke.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool for him to be a mentor.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really hoping that we get some more like Wonder of You level kind of stuff. I want to see stuff like that, man, because he was like, as a villain especially, like one of the more abstract characters that I would like to see more stuff like that kind of visited on whenever it comes to like the JoJo's verse so far. What about you over there, Tick? What do you think? What do you think in reference to it?
I like the theory that people are having of like it's going to be like a capstone to the series. It's going to be like the final part. They're going to go back to like England and everything like that, and it's going to be, you know, more reminiscent of part 1. Maybe just tie a bunch of things together and kind of just end off the bloodline a really strong way with luck, like luck and pluck. You know, the sword that Jonathan got in part 1 and everything, luck of Joseph. You know, everything like that, and just, you know, sometimes you can't account for everything. Maybe the new Joestar isn't smart. I think that'd be kind of funny.
Wouldn't that be a change?
He's dumb as fuck. And he's just like, oh no. Oh man.
I don't know. That'd be a real interesting one, man. I look forward to seeing exactly what they're offering, because that writer always has got some really interesting things to bring to the table. And I just hope he kind of keeps that up. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely hope he, like, the main character's not stupid, because that's one of the cool things of the cat and mouse kind of chase that they offer. I wouldn't be like 100% opposed about it, but that would just have to be done in a very interesting way, I guess.
Yeah. No, yeah. Obviously, I'm not talking like as a brick, but like maybe not, you know, Josuke, Jotaro, all that level. And maybe they miss things, stuff like that. And maybe the antagonist, like Dio in part 1, was like, "You're stupid, Jonathan. You've been pampered all your life, and being pampered by the ability of luck, you know what I mean, to make up for faults and everything like that, versus hard work. You know what I mean? Which like is a whole big thing in part 1.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got over here. I know this one will cause some debate action. You know, how many of us have actually seen the new Last of Us content, man? What did everyone think of episode 1 that's watched it so far?
I still haven't seen it yet, but like, shoot, I hope it's good. Oh, it's fire.
I'm counting down the days until fucking just next Sunday.
He was like, I'm waiting for episode 2 to be dropping. I had my own video on it. I'll admit it didn't do well because like my main audience is like DC oriented, but it was super fun to sit back and record something new and kind of switch things up.
They say
It was possibly one of the best video game adaptations into live action I've seen in a very, very, very long time. I was very pleasantly surprised with it.
Yeah, it's definitely doing good for sure.
there was critics are saying episode 3 with it's like another 90-minute with Bill and Frank, you know, kind of like solo one. Like some are saying like it's one of the best episodes of television we'll see the whole year.
I hope that's the case, but critics always be saying this about content before it comes out. So once it comes out, I'll give it a lot more. I'll give it a lot more credibility. But I will admit, the first one was going good. It wasn't 100% accurate or anything like that, but it's worth watching to say the least. Which is, as Don said, like much better than most in general. Whenever it comes to like video game adaptations, they've changed a few things in the universe as well, but nothing I think will be like absolutely groundbreaking. But I really want to know where like things will go forward, and I hope it keeps bringing this level of like energy to the table. Because I just want video game adaptations to get better, and this is definitely a step in the right direction. So I hope it keeps that up, to say the least.
I want to know between y'all guys, like, I haven't seen it yet, right? But which is better, this or Arcane?
Oh, Arcane slaps.
Lumos is gonna absolutely jank off Arcane.
It's hard to evaluate like those two things currently. Simply because like Arcane has its full season out. Like it'll be a little bit easier to evaluate which one's better in totality after we get like the whole season of this out. But like right now, yeah, clearly I'm gonna tell you Arcane's better because it has like a fully fleshed out story arc that just isn't offered currently by Last of Us.
I do love Arcane, and I gotta say, probably episode like 3, it started like really popping off. Like, you know, when Jinx had like the downfall. Like episode 1, I feel like it was establishing a good mindset. Like
honestly,
Last of Us, so.
Like that, I really do think that Last of Us heralded like a really big change for like video game adaptations in general. And maybe that's why we're getting the opportunity to have like really sick and really like amazing content like Last of Us, just because somebody finally didn't screw up a video game adaptation where they're like, oh, we can just cheaply make this for the memes, you know?
It's like, I think we've kind of been on an uptick.
True.
Haven't we? Everything we had Sonic, you know, which was alright.
That's good. No, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Those were good.
No, it's got it like it's human cringe, like Alvin and the Chipmunks thing. Like, you know,
do you think it's different with like the animation versus like the live action?
I prefer
bad animated series.
Yeah, like I prefer animation over live action content like 9/10 out of the time, especially when it comes to like fictional universes, fictional characters and stuff, because it's so much easier to really demonstrate how things look, feel, or like the power of something whenever you don't have to like have an actor do it 9 times out of 10 because it's a lot of CGI and they just don't want to have to deal with it.
Oh yeah, like remember that Halo live adaptation?
Oh no!
I was thinking like butt cheeks.
Look
like
what they did to my boy! Look what they did to my boy! No!
What are you doing over there, Chief? It's like, what are you doing in that prison cell, Chief?
Slapping the cheek.
Yeah, that like. There were ideas, and like I'll admit some of the imagery did look badass in that, but like, yeah, they just horrifically ruined it and switched up everything about like Chief as a character to appeal to a wider audience. It's just really unfortunate. But like, in terms of what Last of Us is offering, it's already better than the Halo series. Just so everyone's on the same page, like we're already like vastly better than anything that offered for sure. But definitely looking forward for more content, hopefully more game adaptations in general. Yo, if you guys could have a game adaptation in the current day, what would it be? That's a great question right there.
It has to be like a realistic one. Expectations.
Yeah. The lady says Red Dead, and I can't even argue with that. It's really popular, and it's I know that we got some fans in here.
Yo,
that wouldn't even be hard to do.
Yeah, literally, like if you animated it, like put like the kind of like film grain on it, stuff like that, and really play up the Western angle, stuff like that. You know, you already got Arthur Morgan and everybody.
If you gave, HBO basically never misses. We don't talk about Velma since that wasn't really part of the whole thing.
Bags.
But
you know what?
That wasn't associated with main HBO.
HBO Max.
We'll hit that after this topic. Okay, let's run down top to bottom. If you could have an adaptation movie, yo, hit us up in chat too to hear what you guys think.
If they give, let's say, huge funding again to a show on HBO, dude, imagine a Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, Bloodborne would be wild, or any of the Souls games, really.
But if I could trust anyone, I would trust HBO to do a fucking Souls game. That would be sick.
Yeah, especially just because it's so bloody and so like brutal for like any form of adaptation. It's just really really rough to do if you're not willing to deal with like violence. Kind of like how like The Last of Us is. It's like with how violent this game is. It's just something, if you want to be respectful to the source material, you're gonna have to take those steps and do those things.
True.
Oh.
What else we got?
I think they should, like, in terms of let's say an animated movie, and if they're doing really well so far, I would trust them to at least do Sly Cooper well. Like,
yes.
Okay, Sly Cooper. All right.
About to say that. Thank you, bro. Give me Tennessee. Give me like an anthology thing. Yes, thank you.
Yep. It'd be dope.
Yo,
Yeah.
I would love to see a Mass Effect or a Gears of War live action adaptation. I think both of those would be. Mass Effect obviously would be much harder.
Gears of War would be sick.
But Gears, especially from like an HBO perspective, yo, dude, that like there is so much there that people are missing out on. That like could be just epic and masterful writing, even if it doesn't take place, you know, along the like the main storyline. I really think that those are like, there's so much untapped potential there that we'll probably never see on the big screen.
Okay,
True.
but if you get your Mass Effect show,
Oh, yo, someone called it out. Someone
Shep.
called it out. I'll wait my
male
turn.
Shep or female Shep?
It doesn't matter either way because you're not wrong either way. I think in canon because like any of the
Well,
Mass
no,
Effect
no.
books and shit don't even cover like across those things. Personally,
Well,
just
no,
because I
know
always
people like
played
boys.
like male like Shepard simply because like if you're living in that world like you're trying to like be that character. Like that's what I would prefer, but I wouldn't be upset either way because like I could understand it.
This isn't a thing to be like, oh, it'd be woke if there was a woman. No, I know a lot of people like femshep. Like I
Yeah.
haven't played Mass Effect, but I always hear about that. And
It's because Shep's just a badass either way, male or female. Like it doesn't matter. It's just a Chad, right? It's like Revan. Like, were you gonna complain that Revan is like a lady? It's like, yo, Revan still beats everyone's ass. So like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, speaking, I know somebody brought up Velma earlier. Yo.
Oh yeah.
Yo, who all has seen Velma, man?
Oh God.
I've seen Velma.
Oh
I
no.
respect them trying to tackle something new, but I mean, what were they, I don't know what they were smoking when they were writing that show.
I got through 2 episodes, and I said, I'm gonna make content on this, and I was like, no.
You know, for those who don't know, there's a new Velma series out, which is supposed to be like the origin of how the crew came together. And without going into too much detail, there's a lot of stupid shit that happens in it, and there's a lot of changes that were made just for like the memes. But like the problem is
Mature
yeah,
audiences.
it's designed for mature audiences and a very select mature audience, to put it generously. Okay, and it's not positive. Okay, I would not. I want to tell you to straight up avoid it if possible because it's pretty bad, man.
But you know what? Like that show should actually, unironically, it would fit if the show would be called Scooby Doo. Where are you? Because where the fuck is Scooby Doo?
Yeah, true. He's not even in the show.
You don't want to be part of the cast, bro.
Oh my God.
I saw more roaches than Scooby Doo
No,
in
this
the
is
Scooby
comic
Doo
sheet.
show.
I was thinking about, like, kind of like, literally speed running the first or second episode and just like put bullet points and just make a really late video. Good old lie.
Yeah, that would have gotten views too. Everyone's talking
Poor
about that
Fred,
show.
bro, I swear.
Aren't
Poor
that-
Fred
but-
and Shaggy.
I
What they
think the
do?
problem with that is that people would have been coming to my channel expecting that kind of content, but then they see like that's my only video that I've.
Yeah, that's honestly a big problem. Just like in general, if I go out of my comfort zone to like make a video, is like I'll be pulling on people who don't like and then just unsubscribe in like 2 or 3 videos, which is like super unfortunate. So it's just literally not worth like the time for the most part. But I'm gonna cover content like that I actually enjoy either way. If I'm gonna take the time to go out of my way and like make a video on content, it's gonna be something that's actually good versus whatever Velma it was.
The thing is, on your channel, what you should do is just make whatever the fuck you want, and you get
Facts.
those actual subs who aren't cheese balls and just follow like DC, like, oh, when's next DC? Oh, yeah, blah blah blah, and you know you can either just do Mandy videos and Lele, or you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Hell
And
yeah.
you'll know the OGs when they stick around.
Based
My
Q,
opinion.
based Q coming in
Hey,
over here.
hey.
Yeah.
Alright. Yo,
Boy, don't blame people who want to get their watch hour time up. For that
this
monetized.
is actually something. This next one, we're gonna switch it up over here. This next one we're coming to is actually going to be something that even my lady's been pretty hyped on. Yo, the new Hogwarts Legacy game coming out.
Yeah.
Yo, is anybody
Oh, yeah.
actually interested in that bad boy? And if so,
Oh, yeah.
what are you doing in it, man? What are you doing? What you got? What you repping in that bad boy?
Not to
Uh,
interrupt, I'm just gonna hop off real quick. Have a good night, boys.
Hey, we'll catch you down the way, Ivar. Don't work too hard out there, bro, okay?
Hey, man, you have a good night, man.
Yo,
You too, boys.
big W's for my boy
Everybody,
Ivar in
have a
chat.
good night.
Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that even existed. Harry Potter
Bruh.
game. Maybe it's because I don't have a PS5, but I'm not molding.
I mean, it's #1 on Steam and PS5 right now. Pre-orders. It's on Steam, but I don't know if you have PC.
That one.
Yeah, we just managed to snag up a PS5 for that exact reason, man. We had to be snagging up something for this game, man, because it's pretty hype. I'm really hoping down the way that we get more like games that are of like extremely high quality, especially for the verse, because it's a really interesting thing, like the verses, and I feel like there's a lot of games that could be developed from it, and I look forward to that jazz as time goes on too.
I'm surprised there was never a Telltale game. Really,
True.
They were doing everything back in the day.
All right.
I don't know about you. I mean, I'm just gonna fucking one-shot people in the Cogsmead and just like run my broomstick around the world.
Yo, Q's gonna be running around Avada Kedavra to like every person he meets. I swear, he's just gonna be gunning down the whole school. There ain't gonna be no school. That's how you know Q's timeline is an alternative one, because there's gonna be nobody left in the school by the time he leaves it. So there's no way it would logically come to the same conclusion as the main continuity does.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dumbledore?
low key, bro.
Strongest wizard?
Yo, what'd you say?
I was saying, I was like, damn, blow the entire team staff. Fucking obliterated Dumbledore.
Facts. He's going to, man. He's gonna gun him down.
I mean, it's like speed run. I know there are gonna be speed runs. Fastest way to dark wizardry, like the path taken.
Well, first
All
you
the
go
bad
to
steps.
Bro,
Next to be a complete asshole whenever you can.
bro, they give you 3 romantic interests, bro. You just murder them all.
You fuck them all, and then you throw them away.
and fate.
But I don't get arrested.
Oh, he doesn't get arrested.
He says, "Yo, but I'm definitely not getting arrested for that."
Because I have a broomstick.
Both above wizard law.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game though, and I look forward to seeing, who knows, maybe Q stream a little bit of that action. I think that'd be pretty fun to do, or fun to see, and just to see really what like the wizarding world kind of has prepped with its future, given they've got a bunch of weird things going on with its creator. But that doesn't mean the verse should suffer as a result, man. And I really hope that we get more content, kind of like the game in general, as like time goes on down the way.
So
True.
if this, like, that is true, but if this does well, can we please re-enter? Like, everything wants to go do a franchise these days, but where are all the good licenses? I mean, I get that it's expensive, but
actually,
we never got a good
one more
Avatar
thing,
game.
Did any of you guys in the chat, or even anyone here, did you guys buy any of those like secondhand Harry Potter books, like the creature book?
Are you talking like the the one that the main character writes in the second franchise, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
There's that one, but there's also I forgot. It's like a weird Harry Potter book that like catalogs in the verse.
Oh, so it's a compendium.
Monsters? I'm pretty sure that's it. But I mean, yeah, Lady's got a huge collection of Harry Potter content. I don't know, Q, you repping anything like that? I know you're pretty big into the verse.
Sorry, what?
Are you have you collected any really like secondary or tertiary content whenever it comes to Harry Potter at all?
Unfortunately not. I have the main books, comic line, like a collector's edition, but I don't have any like Omni decks or anything. I've spent too much money on my comic book collection.
I believe it, man. I've seen some of the things you've been posting, bro. That stuff looks dope.
Yeah, I gotta lay off.
Bro,
Okay.
wait, I got a Harry Potter question, bro.
Yo, hit us with it.
Bro, could Harry Potter survive in the Owl House? I'm just saying, could.
That'd be really interesting. That'd be a dope crossover too. I'd be down for that. Given the
what
creator
house?
definitely wouldn't want it to. The Owl House, it's a Disney show that came out a while back that deals with like witches and wizards from like another dimension that are pretty spicy. They don't have like any higher dimensional things or anything like that, unless you consider like one statement that's ultra wank of like them talking about an astral plane. But outside of that, it's pretty dope. They got some pretty fast to speed feats and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
Gravity
What's your
Falls
guys'
forever.
favorite? What's your guys' favorite Harry Potter movie? It's kind of hard, but I'd probably say Goblet of Fire.
yeah,
Or-
Goblet of Fire. I argue this all the time. Me and my lady talk about this. Like that one's my
Order of the
favorite
Phoenix
movie.
is pretty. Oh no, wait! A Prisoner of Azkaban's really good. I watched it recently. It's like a fucking Tim Burton, like just horror movie sometimes.
Say what?
That was-
I always like
she
Goblet
says
of Fire.
she says our takes are garbage. Lol.
What the fuck is her
Let's
take?
go. Yo,
I mean,
what's
she's
the
like
best
Harry
Harry Potter movie?
She's something like a chamber.
She says the
sequence
fifth
person.
one.
Like a
There,
wolf.
there was no doubt. She said the fifth one. Not even a question.
Oh,
there.
Order of
Yeah.
the Phoenix. That was
yeah,
good.
she said fifth one. Yeah, fourth one. Yo, it's got a dragon. It's top tier. Let's face it.
I
wasn't
watched
bad.
Harry Potter 1 and I was like,
But I did like
again
the
recently.
Hunger Games aspect
I was like,
of like
nah.
Goblet of Fire and like all that.
I just like the tournament aspect of it, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Like this is one thing that stuck with me throughout the years that I will say, man. Like for some reason I associate like Harry Potter movies with Christmas. They always have like a really big scene where
Oh,
they
they
cut
do,
down a
it's weird.
Christmas tree, and like people play the fuck out of Harry Potter movies during Christmas. And so like
We do that.
anytime there's Christmas, I always get pop in a Harry Potter movie, man. It's just how it is.
It's because it's like
Uh-huh.
it's a nice thing to go do. It takes up time, usually got a little bit more time off on Christmas.
Yo, my lady walked in the room and said my take was garbage because it's the worst one. It's the worst movie.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she seems like
I
a
watched-
fucking pretty passionate fan about Harry Potter.
Tell her the first one, bro. Like the first one is
You just need to
trash.
let
I
Lucas
watched
love
that
what he
recently.
loves, bro.
Second one's trash.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Adaption.
Who was the
They
second?
left out the
I-
World
it's-
Cup. Who would have loved to have seen some freaking Quidditch go on?
Yo.
And then they left out
I hope y'all
Uh-oh.
listen to this because this is
Yeah.
every time we
She's
watch a movie,
violent.
man. She goes hard in this stuff, man. She knows what she's
Yeah.
talking about.
everything about the third cast. What do
Aw.
you just walk
That
around?
was on purpose too.
Oh yeah. I
This
feel
might be a
like
hot take.
on purpose.
The director said, "I'm gonna get Tracy. I'm gonna get her, man. You wait."
And they just ruined it. That's so much more to make that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull you on here if you keep this up. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You can argue this better than I can. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, well, this one is the best adaptation stuff, really.
I'm not gonna lie though, this might be my hot take with Harry Potter, but I do think it's
That's where
I think it's a little
that's where it
goofy,
started going
a
down.
little bit.
Oh, it definitely is.
I mean, you're
Like,
not wrong.
Like-
though.
It is.
I
But
mean-
he
You the best,
doesn't know it.
baby.
Like, I mean, some fight, like I can't take some fights seriously because, like, I don't know, when they're shouting out their spells, it just feels funny to me. He's like, or something like a little weird. Like, okay, dude, like this is a bit extra.
Is it like the
Or
names for
something.
you?
Yeah, some names like Avada Kedavra, and they have their accents. It just, I don't know. It makes me it makes me
God,
giggle.
Leviosa.
I like how
I mean,
Voldemort says it.
Most like verses, especially in like traditional lore and stuff like that, spells are almost always spoken. That's why anytime you
Yeah.
see stuff like silences in video games, it's because they're silencing their ability to speak, so they can't cast spells and stuff. So like,
Yeah,
I agree. Sometimes spells can be silly whenever they're spoken, but there's at least a reason for them to have to say them. Although, to be fair, I can hear my lady like yelling at me in my head already. A lot of characters in the Harry Potter verse were taught to do non-verbal magic. It's just a lot of the times for your shit to be the most effective, that's when like you had to cast the spell, like with a verbal phrase.
yeah, or Akio Mike or something. Akio.
Avada Kedavra.
I mean, some of them can sound pretty cool if like you just generally sound like a cool person.
Facts.
Yeah.
I don't
It's just
know.
kind of how
So
you
if
like
sound like
approach
if you
it.
sound like a fucking squeaker moron, you're gonna make this coolest spell like charm sound like
Sounds
idiot,
stupid.
but-
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like, but no matter what, for me, it just generally, no matter what the situation, it just feels goofy. Or just to me,
Yeah.
it just makes me giggle. It's like, Avada Kedavra.
sounds like a hater to me. Weeb.
Funny.
Yo, bro, what if Voldemort just got on the Zoom call, bro? He could have just. won
Wait,
the
actually,
series.
that gave me a video idea. Harry Potter's Magic IRL origin.
I could.
Oh, do it, man. I look forward to seeing that one.
Like, wait, I just
Oh, I
realized,
watched
what's the death spell? What's the death spell?
Avada Kedavra. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I
Killing
don't know.
Kurt.
It feels goofy to me. The death spell is a weird dude shouting at you. It's like British.
What do you want it to be? him like flexing, being like a floss.
Yeah, like what do you want it to be? Him be like murder, murder, and he just like yells that at people. I mean, most of what they're talking about is literally just Latin, if memory serves right.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. That's a weird quirk for me. It just feels funny to me. For like no real good reason. I'm like, that's the spell I'm gonna die to. Holy shit. But yeah, that's my mini take there.
All right, you know what, Jobber? I would grant you more credit, but in JoJo's, the stands names are just like musical characters and bands members. So like, it's kind of hard to be like, oh no, I'm being threatened by like Iggy Pop. Yeah. So it's like, no, his stand, my god. Like, outside of Killer Queen, you don't really have a lot of solid options, okay?
A literal dog that eats coffee chewing gum and squirts in your face.
I don't know, I think the accents in Harry Potter, like, in some characters' tones just kind of sell it to me. It just makes me laugh for some reason, I don't know why. It's the best stuff. What a cadaver.
It's the Brits. You gotta go to fucking Great Britain, my boy. Just go on like a Great British Baking Show or something.
Also, I know a movie that Q actually despises. I know a movie Q despises.
What's that?
It's the one where
I don't think Picard is a movie.
Dude, true. It's the one that Picard actually died in. Yeah, Star Trek character died in this movie. It's pretty crazy. He's never told anyone this, by the way.
Are we getting the reveal of the century in real time?
Character?
Huh? Yeah, I know the movie that Q hates the most. Picard died in it. It was pretty sad. He died to a Marvel character. That was pretty sad.
Oh no!
Y'all seen Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness? That was pretty sad.
Oh my god.
He got
we're going back into the
Salt factor. Check it.
So here's like, so how Picard like was using his mind powers, right? Is Picard would like coerce MILFs essentially. He slept with a certain person's mom, and that guy got really.
Oh yeah, Picard nailing her mom.
Yo, Jobber, how big is that back scratcher? Because you're reaching really hard.
I know. It feels nice too, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, it feels nice.
If you want to go down that route, I'll say at least I feel like Picard got the closest to fucking stopping Wanda out of any of the clowns in the little
Bags. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, man.
He almost fucking saved her.
Yeah,
that movie is a clown movie, bro. Like, don't even start with
that.
Oh,
God. Me and Tick will be here all fucking day if we do this again, bro. Me and Tick go ham on that. Hey, that'd be great. That's a great video. We should discuss down the way, man. Just sit back and nag each other to death about Multiverse of Madness.
Yo, Tick versus the
It's just the concept is like who can just get exhausted first and just tap.
Literally, we've been in here we've been Discord calls for fucking days arguing about that shit. I swear to God.
We roll up on in-game and freaking
Multiverse of Madness. It never fails. It always comes back down to that one.
Yeah, I've seen it. That shit just it's hilarious.
I've seen
you talk about the same things.
I swear to God, Q's over here talking about this shit like it's a historical event. I've seen it. It changes men.
Back in World War II.
Back in Discord, it changed me.
Okay, wait. Okay, this actually gives me an idea for this topic with the fucking Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
At this point, are you guys really even excited for like Marvel at this point? I've not been hyped for any Marvel stuff for like a little while. I've just been like Marvel superheroed out. Just Quantumania sounds cool, maybe.
I think that the TV series suck. I'll grant that 100%. For the most part.
What?
Like,
you gotta do better, Senator.
She-Hulk was not good. Okay, I'll stand by that. I'll 100% stand by that. It just was not good. There was. I mean, I don't think Moon Knight was bad. I think it was good, but outside of that, it's been a minute since I've like been like, whoa, like, yo, this is like top tier content.
Yeah.
What was?
Actually, wait. Yeah.
Loki
was pretty good. It wasn't like woeing, but I definitely say it was interesting and a step in the right direction. But like, I I feel like it's kind of, I think, focused on the wrong content in this series, and the TV shows kind of were just extra medium at best. It's not that they were bad or anything, they were just like, they were good, but it wasn't anything special. And that's kind of what, especially in the first few like arcs of the MCU, that's what we kind of established as like the standard. Is like, yo, this is wowing, this is good. This is like a step beyond what we've kind of established so far. And as a result of the pandemic and all sorts of other stuff going on, we just didn't really, like, we missed out on a lot of movies, and so everything transitioned to TV or streaming-based content, and we didn't have any real solid, like, yo, this is, like, top tier in Phase 6. Now, Bob Iger basically is reclaimed. His title is running the place, so we might see that change. It might have literally been a problem in management. So who knows? Maybe we'll see that change in the near future. I hope so, to say the least. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
feel
not
like
hyped for it, bro.
Phase 4, I feel like, is in a lot of cases just become like such a meme in comparison to like Phase 3. Like, I feel like nothing's gonna be Phase 3. That like, it's just so mid. Like every single thing about this phase. Maybe Kang will be different. I mean, the actor is great who's playing him. But
Like
at this point, it's like I don't fucking care really that much.
Yeah, like they have good ideas that they can live up to, but it's like whether or not they're going to, right? Like, or whether we're just gonna get more like She-Hulk.
Really, man, I'm just like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, please, Fantastic Four be good, and
I
I'm
noticed
out.
a lot of the TV shows are kind of being used like characters that either no one really cares about or like very unheard of characters. And I agree with some of them, but it's like, I don't know, like that Miss Marvel TV show. Really, who cares about Miss Marvel?
I mean, like,
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
there
I'm
are
like,
concepts that are really good in Miss Marvel, but the problem is that the execution, I think, was just very poor. That, like, if my biggest critique of this part or this arc or whatever it is that the ideas are good, the execution is just bad, unfortunately. And I hope that changes in the future, because they need a major change outside of just being extra mid.
Yeah. And I think, what was it? When it comes to Loki, right? How is this gonna tie into like Ant-Man Quantumania? Because we're left on a cliffhanger with Loki, so it's gonna feel kind of weird going into Ant-Man Quantumania.
I don't
if they don't
know.
resolve that.
Like, I don't know if that's the case, because the entire thing of like the stuff with Loki is that they deal in the multiverse and the TVA messing with the multiverse, right? Quantumania, we've already established in Marvel that quantum shit affects and is outside of the time stream. So all those things are going to be playing into one another, right? And Loki tied into like all the time stuff up there, and now his alternative universe variants are affecting things even down to like the lower levels of creation, like the quantum realm, as a result of another one. So I really don't know. I'm not sure how they're going to tie it in, like 100% how they would like draw all these different characters together and stuff. But what I will tell you is there's at least something there I can like the constellation is there, and I can draw like the connections between things. Can I make out an entire massive shape? I can't tell you what that is yet, but I can see the underpinnings, like the skeleton of that as of now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Oh, damn. I'm getting jumped in this game.
Well, then on the other side, then I guess to give it justice and cover it. What are your thoughts on? Okay, so Lumos and I had a bit of a heated talk. We always do. Well, we won't bring up the Suicide Squad.
No.
James Gunn. James Gunn taking over DC. Good or bad? I think good, because all the Snyder idiots. Oh my god. Thoughts? Just I have faith.
Yeah, James Gunn will be a blessing upon the Snyderverse. Get that
Yeah,
out of
sorry.
here, please. Ezra Miller,
Lumos is
walk
coping
your
so
way
hard right
out
now.
of this franchise.
I think that anything happening to the DCU would be a blessing right now. So I don't necessarily disagree with you. I'm worried about the future and a lot of the things I don't like about like the injected humor that James Gunn brings to the table. I don't like that, but like anything is better than where we were. Besides like I don't even know if I can say it besides like, I mean, we're talking about some of the worst received superhero movies ever besides like Green Lantern. Oh wait, that was DC too.
Damn.
Like shit. You know,
Oh,
like
damn.
even if you disagree that the movies were good or bad, they're not well received in the larger community. James Gunn is very successful at making this stuff wildly popular. So that will be good for DC. In terms of my personal opinions, I hope they avoid the cringy humor and stuff, but he can write some content that's really popular and really successful. And at the end of the day, that's what DC needs right now, because they're struggling and being bought out by every company imaginable about once a year. And it's ruining them as not just a movie industry, but also as a comic industry, which really sucks to see.
So, can we please all agree to keep Harley Quinn out till we reboot? No more Harley Quinn till we reboot.
No,
I don't care about
I'll actually disagree with you on this one, despite wildly disliking Harley Quinn and pretty much every live action performance she has. There's an audience for Harley Quinn. Have her in her own movie. That's it. Like, just give her own movie. I don't want no more, no extra, no nada Harley Quinn unless it's in like a Harley Quinn or a Harley Quinn and Joker, like in general.
But don't they usually do that? Like, the purpose of them making their movies is then till later, like, they fucking throw them all in together for the fat movie? Like Avengers, kind of?
I'm okay with that, but what we're saying is, like, build up to that point before you have all the characters in one movie.
Yeah.
That it kind of worked in Suicide Squad, simply because, like, that's how that faction works, but it loses the emphasis and the impact of all the individual character arcs whenever Harley Quinn is half the movie.
Like, it would be so much better if we see the rogues like, build up over time. I mean,
Yeah.
like, Flash beats a guy at the beginning of his movie, and he's like, you know, he has a bit of a character thing going on, and then he gets put in the Suicide Squad. And it's like, oh, shoot, we're here. Like, yeah, we hired him.
Imagine how much more effective the Suicide Squad would have been if each one of the characters had their own individual stories, which built up their story. But at the end, they get locked up and Amanda Waller visits them. It's like the fundamental opposite of the Nick Fury situation, right? Like, that could have been really awesome, and it would have benefited both the heroes and the villains. Instead, we just got, like, forcefully injected Harley Quinn into that whole thing because her singular movie was popular, and, like, that's all DC had going for it at the time. It was like, because even the Batman wasn't out at that point.
Batman was fire. I'll give it that much. Like, I like that film.
A step in the right direction for sure. I will grant that. They have been doing better, but doing better than the ultimate low bar is not the W we want it to be for DC. As a guy who really reps DC, that's not where I want things to be.
Yeah, I hate the Snyderverse. The movies are mid as fuck, if not bad.
Oh, yes,
so
definitely.
I'm
I got a
glad,
question. Do
glad
y'all-
difference.
Do y'all think Dwayne Johnson was in the right?
What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate?
Didn't he like? I'm pretty sure as soon as they didn't allow, was it the actor for Superman or something? Something went wrong with Superman, and then Dwayne Johnson's like, fuck this,
Cavill?
I'm not doing it. Yeah, like he's like, nah, I'm not doing it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't.
I mean,
You
don't
know,
worry,
after
don't worry.
you-
They
Superman
then
got fired or
afterwards just did the same thing. So like that none of that mattered anyway.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
look, I think he's
He was
allowed
right to do
like,
it. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I mean, he was repping
it's
a fellow
on-
actor. Like, I'll grant him that.
Yeah. They said, hey,
Yeah.
we're going to do this thing. And they promised all these promises. And then they said, no. And it's like, well, I want to do the thing we promised. And they said, no. I think that's perfectly fair, right?
I mean, I think it was a moral that he stood upon that was dope. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it wasn't. But the problem is these companies are just gonna tell you whatever it is to make you happy. Like, they don't care. They're not upset about rebooting the universe or resetting anything or anything along those lines. They're just gonna start that shit back over again, right? Like, they're not gonna care.
Yeah, man, DC is in a pretty messy place.
Warner
Lots of,
Brothers, yeah,
companies
is
that act.
abusing them. It's not even Warner Brothers anymore. It's Warner Brothers Discovery is like running them through the dirt. Because at the end of the day, these people are corporate businessmen. They do not care one shit about the universe. They care about the money the universe brings in. And they don't care what it takes to get there. They will run anything into the dirt to prove that this is essentially what they want and like what's profitable and what they can benefit from the verse. I wish the fans had more of a say whenever it comes to this stuff, but unfortunately fans often never agree, and fans don't often agree on something that's successful whenever it comes to like a business standpoint. So it's just unfortunate because all these corporate guys think they know better, and it's a big rip. Go ahead.
Lumos, we're all just mad because they clearly know the audience better than the audience knows the audience. So I can't wait to see Batman doing the Fortnite default dance when the next movie comes out. It'd be great. That's
You know
all I'm
what?
gonna say.
If that makes us more popular, then more fucking power to them, okay? Like, at this point in time, I'll take anything whenever it comes to the context of them being successful, all right? Like, I will literally take anything whenever it comes to, like,
This
DC
is
being
sounding
successful in the current day.
Desperate. This is desperate. Damn.
I mean, yo, it's that, or we get another, like, Justice League movie where, like, that was the Justice League, all right?
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. I don't know.
Like, well, I don't know what you want from me, really. Like, is that really what you want for the future of DC? I mean, if you're a hater, then it makes sense that you would, but, like, that's all you really got, man. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah, true. And also, all I want is, I just want a Guy Gardner solo film. If I'm being dead ass. Solo.
This guy's fucking shooting for the stars when he doesn't have the technology to like fucking use a goddamn slingshot right now. Like, that's what you're hoping for in real time, okay? Like, first you gotta make a rocket before you can go to the moon. You can't even build a rocket yet. Like, DC needs to build their base before they can start aiming for like the tertiary and like secondary characters that are good, but like are just not well established enough to be like the most popular characters ever. These motherfuckers can't even make a Green Lantern movie, let alone a Guy Gardner movie in the first place. Like, that's where they're at right now.
I have to rewatch that Green Lantern movie. Like, I know it was really, really bad when I watched it. I just want to check, make sure my memory's correct on the bad bit.
On a scale of 0 to 10, it was bad. It didn't make it on the 0 to 10, okay? That should give you an idea of where it's at. It's just bad, objectively. I know there's some people who defend that shit, and there are some things that are good in it, but yeah, it's just really bad. It was like, it's like the Snyder, they were too jokey and too funny in that. Like, they were going for more of like the James Gunn, like forcefully injected humor, everything super happy-go-lucky, and then whatever the fuck the lore was in that shit. But the problem was that like, they took that as a lesson and they were like, yo, we can't do that, so let's do the opposite. And then they handed this shit off for the Snyder Cut, and it was like, yo, it's pure edge, and that's all it can be. Everything sucks. Everything has a filter on it that makes it miserable and dark and brutal. And it's like, yo, this is the fucking Justice League. Like, how are we doing this shit? Like,
Superman
Like,
is.
imagine if they did that for like the MCU or some shit. Like, remember all the colors we see, like how colorful it is, and it's all fucking dark and shit. Like, fuck.
Captain America's like, man, my life was so tough.
We're not friends anymore, Stark.
America, I've given up on America. It's like, yo, wait a minute, bro. You're fucking Captain America. What the fuck do you mean? Like, that's how I felt about Superman. Superman was like, I'm just so much of a god. I can't relate to humanity at all. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? You're Superman. You represent America. What the fuck is happening here?
Remember whenever he sat in a church and asked, "Should I save them?"
Like, the fuck you mean? You're Superman.
Yeah. Also, didn't you grow up in a small town in America, like a cornbread town? You probably read the Bible. Save people.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you're Superman. Like, I understand Superman struggles with concepts like that, but to have it be so edgy and like dark for him makes no sense, especially on like his first outings. It's like, what the fuck? TLDR, DC just needs to get shit together, bro. There's so much there I could meme on and shit on, but they gotta get their shit together.
Remember when
I'm just
Pac
imagining.
both die?
Dude. Hey. I'm imagining, like, imagine if it's like if Tobey Maguire Spider-Man just sat in the church, dude, just said, should I save them? It's like what you're Spider-Man though. Why?
I'm just.
Why
So,
are you doing
it's like, oh, dude, what? Also, Zod coming out and being like, the foundation has to be built on something.
Yo,
All
hold
the
on.
skull.
Hold on, we could
Why
bitch. We could bitch about DC movies all fucking night, okay? I'm sure we could make some videos on that content, but like, we gotta move on because we will literally never leave this topic if you get us started on garbage like DC like
Lumos,
content,
Lumos.
okay?
Lumos, wait. What should we save though?
Well, you know what? There's no way we're gonna save this conversation, bro. We gotta move on, or I'll lose my mind talking about DC content. Okay, I have to keep those kind of reactions hidden on Tick's channel in order to make myself not look like I'm a madman, bro. Because that shit just triggers me into oblivion.
Oh, I can't wait till we get versus this
Guys, me and Tick, we gotta start recording shit, dude. Tick, you and me will fucking wild.
I'm putting that in our little Discord thing.
Do it. Do it. I bet you won't. There's no way you'll convince me we're actually gonna have that conversation. I'm just kidding.
Why can't we? We just
I'm teasing. I'm saying I'm gonna believe it till we record that shit, okay? But yo, what else we got on the list over here? We've talked about Part 9. We've talked about... Oh, yo, Jobber, you got a new video dropping? Hit us with it.
It's dropping in exactly 30 minutes. Yeah.
Oh. Well, hit us with it. Hit us with the memes. Give us the spoilers, bro. We're going to hear it for you first. This is a worldwide exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
Get the game award.
Yeah, true. The spoilers for this video is the first one, drops tonight, 30 minutes, is why Maid Hamapuchi versus JoJo Kujo isn't even close. And that's the video, you know. Before JoJo wins, even though he blatantly lost. They're weird. That's essentially the gist of the video.
Jobber, like, you need a prep time.
Yeah.
Does Goku one shot?
Yeah, but like GER one shots, right?
Yeah, I guess GER one shots.
That's all that matters. Yeah, this is JoJo. So the only thing that matters clearly is GER one taps, right? Like that's just how it works all I'm
gonna say is our boy Yugi Moto solos.
Jobber, I'm still waiting for that gold experience record versus Q short.
Yeah,
Jobber,
facts.
I gotta see the comments on that.
Yo, however, I do look forward to that video. I'm gonna watch it probably after the stream goes down for sure, because I know you always have some dank ass editing. You always make really quality content, and that's pretty dope stuff to come across, man. So everyone, once you're done with this stream, go check it out. You already know Jobber's got some good stuff on the channel. Yo, this guy is the emperor of JoJo's scaling. Ain't no one better alive on the tubes. I guarantee you that one.
Hey.
Oh, you know what? This is what we're gonna do next. Yo, I'm gonna live stream the section, okay? For all y'all hanging out in the Discord over here, feel free to check the live stream. We are going to be watching...
What's up, guys? Today...
Spicy Short.
Good old Spicy Short. Let's go. Where you at, Spicy? I know you're in here somewhere.
Hang on, I'm eating an orange.
He's eating an orange. He's eating an orange.
I am sick right now.
Sauce in that orange to make
Let's
it spicy.
go.
Bro, you've been silent like 90% of this time, boy. Get in here.
No, I'm sorry. The orange takes time.
Like,
Yo, also to all my homeboys in chat, thanks for hitting us up. I'm gonna read some of these while we wait over here, okay? Yo, Alex Jones is Mario. Yo, that is hilarious. Okay. We're gonna be talking about that later. I don't wanna bring that up yet. Yo, Ultramarine 2. Heard some good shit about it.
people talking about like the video game adaptations they wanted.
Yeah. He said he wanted Alex Jones as Mario. Yep, that's actual Theromax right there for you.
Yo.
I want a Metroid show.
Ooh, that would be good.
Oh. Didn't you say that earlier?
Yeah, you should have been in on that one. That would be dope as hell.
I'm sorry, I was late.
I feel like Ron Jeremy would be a good Mario.
Oh, imagine you gave that to like the art guys. There's just like the fog coming in, and Ridley walks in. Why Ron Jeremy?
Reasons.
Why not?
Like,
He's a
bro,
plumber. He's a plumber. Think about that.
Exactly. He actually
All
is.
right, yo, I'm gonna slap this bad boy on. Yo, once you guys are done with this stream, be sure to check out Jobber's content. Be sure to check out the Danny DeVito video, and also give this short a like. We're all gonna sit here and watch this bad boy together. Okay? Yo, so
go.
let's have it.
There we go.
Can y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Is it too quiet?
For me, it is. That might be my
For me,
own
it
problem.
is.
Offensive showing, so I can kind of hear.
Yo, the martial arts in this verse are fucking whack.
It is.
Yo,
You know?
It's good editing.
big
Yeah.
So
facts,
it's a
dude,
short.
especially for a short, dude. Yeah, that's fire.
Shorts don't matter though, so yeah.
Yeah, you're
Wait,
so
so-
mad. He's so mad. Shorts do
Wait,
fucking matter, bro.
uh,
His Q is so salt factor on this one.
Ooh. Wait, I just wonder when Spicy dropped in that specific Yujiro short that one. I mean, backwards one too, but. Oh, it's a shit. Oh, wow.
It's a shish from you.
Wow.
Damn. Well, hey, you know what? Looking forward to seeing more content in the future from SpicyOrange. If there was any hearing problems or anything, I'm not sure why it was so quiet on the old screen, but check it out for yourself. Of course, this link is in the description, and we even have people in chat over here literally asking for more Baki content from Spicy. So hopefully we see more of that action down the way for sure. And thanks for giving us the opportunity to share that bad boy on the stream, bro. Let's see. I think we have a few more topics to really cover since we've covered a bunch of stuff tonight, even some stuff that we didn't have planned out. Let's see. Yo, Jobber, you want to talk about some Chainsaw Man? What you repping with Chainsaw? It said read Chainsaw Man. What's going on?
So basically, I finally caught up with all Chainsaw Man. It's a pretty popular manga. It's something. It is something. I'm not gonna lie. It does get pretty depressing later on. Like I'm like, ooh, this is fucking really sad. Holy shit! I didn't expect this.
Yo, what's up, Gurren Lagann guy? Yeah, I know we have like 2 OG Theromax Corps members, Star Plague and Rockin' Alice, that are both pretty hardcore into the verse. They
I
talk
got
about
followed.
it. Yeah, like they talk about it all the time. And I'm not well invested into the verse, but I know there's some pretty wacky scaling and just some really interesting ideas being had within like the entire show. So it's a pretty big W from what like all the fans of it are telling me. But what do you think's the best part? What's like the big W?
The best part about Chainsaw Man, I definitely say it's probably Denji just kind of roll. If I were to compare Denji to like a certain character, he's kind of like Scott Pilgrim. That's what I would describe Denji as. He's kind of like Scott Pilgrim. Like he's just like rolling through like everything right, and he's essentially like learning some lessons that he needs to know. It's kind of like this guy's like hasn't had any human interaction before, and finally he gets human interaction, and it's like through him getting manipulated, all this type of stuff he just doesn't know. And the series kind of takes off from there. It's pretty tragic for his character in the end of the day, but he does come back.
You'd say it's like solid character writing for Denji. Is he the main character?
Yeah, he's the main character.
Okay. That's a W. I always like really good character development, so if that's the W it's bringing to the table, it might be worth picking up. You know, take Job's advice and slap him with it. What were you about to say earlier, Q?
All you really have to go off of is I think the fucking design of the main character is pretty dope. I saw it was like an anime con or something. Like a dude was rocking a one based off that, and it had like a fully going chainsaw for his head. Obviously, it was I don't think it was full, but it like smoke was coming out of it. Pretty sick.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope.
Oh,
I bet.
All right, I know. Good old Tick Man actually had another topic you wanted to discuss about hate viewing versus like actually making good content. What you mean by that? Hit us with it. Hit us with the takes.
I watched Velma and talked to Spicy about this.
Mhm.
I watched it with Dawn. Lumos, I think you went to bed or something, or you were watching that.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
what was on the screen, but yeah.
Yeah, you're like, no. It was like me. I think Ivar was there. Weren't you there?
I don't think he's here anymore, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you left, sir. A lot of us were there and we were watching it, and this was so bad. And I just thought about it. And the night before, because Dawn didn't show up because his internet got nagged and was going through some stuff, we watched Puss in Boots. I mean, kids movie and stuff like that. But it was like, hey, this is like Shrek level. Like, this is actually a good movie.
Whoa, that's some big, that was some big pants to fill over there, my friend.
Puss in Boots 2 is better than Shrek 2, just by a bit. It's the best thing they ever made.
Whoa.
Like, to be fair, like that, you might be spitting. A Kung Fu Panda 1, like, yeah, come on, you know,
Okay,
that's a debate.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a dog in this movie I saw, and I instantly just hated him. And then, like, for the first half, but then the other half, like top 3 best characters in there. And I'm
You
like,
talking about the wolf?
no, the like the
The
little
one that's hiding as a
pug
cat,
dog.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
the like the weird deformed chihuahua.
Yeah, because he just literally up and just says swears in the movie, and the characters like freak out, and they're like, "You can't say that," and he's like, "I don't know why not." It's just they literally do like bleep sound effects over it, and it's just so funny when the characters are just sitting there and they just like do like a double take, and they're like, "What the fuck? What did you just say?" It's just like so funny.
Good
Oh,
person.
great.
Style. Some of them bleeped. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
So,
it was legitimately a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
So continue with the thought. So it was pretty good, but like, what do you mean by the old hate viewing and stuff like that? Tie it
And
all in
then-
together here.
Like, that was like something we were like, okay, let's just watch it and see if it's good. And it's like, okay, this is good. Elma, that show was made to make you mad. I mean, like a lot of things these days are made to subvert the audience to a level of just like Picard and OQ, you know. You know,
Yeah, they don't know
Picard,
shit about Star Trek.
Last
Oh my-
Jedi, Last of Us 2, you know what I mean?
Whoa!
Oh,
You
God,
know
he's
what I
trying
mean?
to roll it into the next conversation.
Let's try.
He already
nice
brought
try
it.
sneaking
I'm
one in there.
just
Nope.
But, you know, there is almost a contempt for the audience, I feel, versus like DreamWorks has been hitting out of the park recently. They had their Bad Guys, which was like a film made pretty decent money, saw some jokes, it looked funny, a kids movie. Puss in Boots, Arcane, obviously great film, great thing. Just put it out, was good. Sonic, The Last of Us, as you're saying, is great. Just making good content that like isn't this super subversive, like, high Ryan Johnson. Let's just say like that, like that level, like Last Jedi tier of just like, why did you make this? I don't know. It's just like, what happened here?
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean? So are you saying that like hate watching versus genuinely making good content? Are you saying like the people creating them are just intentionally like trolling whenever they make the content?
I know you can't convince me Velma is not. Like,
I
you
do,
can't
I do
convince me.
think no. I think there's a difference. Maybe you're talking about between just being like actually like an inept, clueless creator. Let's say like with what you're working with, like Picard. But with I watched a video about a guy saying he had a theory that Velma was made literally just to piss you off, but it does get the popularity, it gets the publicity, and it's got a season 2 on the way, I think.
Yeah.
So
If I was to give my take on it, from a viewer, I understand like that outlook or like that perspective. I think really what's happening here demonstrates a massive, massive disconnect between the people requesting this content be made and the people wishing to view the content. I think that's where the big disconnect is. To where they think that this kind of stuff is successful because this shit don't get the green light unless somebody gives it the green light, right? Like they don't just hate make content with the intent to lose money. Like, I don't think businesses traditionally work that way, or like big corporations work that way. These guys want investment back on their money. I think that these guys think this is what will succeed, which shows just how fucking clueless they are about like what is successful or what can be successful or what people will buy or invest in. And if they think that them making content intentionally to piss people off brings in views, well, I mean, if you look at YouTube, that's a pretty fucking good model, right? Like, hate watching on YouTube is like an entire industry.
Yeah. And like, I'm just like, please, can we just like Teen Titans Go, Thundercats Roar, a weird Aquaman show that came out. Like,
I mean, you say that, but Teen Titans Go is huge. It's one of the most popular Cartoon Network shows ever.
True.
I mean, I agree. I don't like it personally because I'm not like 3 years old, but like,
yeah, and I
that's
get,
what
you
they
know,
see.
it's a younger audience, but it's just like this whole. I feel that are making the thing, and the people who actually spend money on things. Avatar 2, it was just a movie. You know, there might have been some silly bits in there. You know what I mean? But like, it was just a movie, and it made $2 billion because it was a good movie. Top Gun was just a good movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there does need to be some level of connection between like what they're requesting to be made and how it's made versus like what the fans genuinely appreciate. I mean, WB, just as we were discussing earlier, suffers from that exact same thing. But I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a problem that will ever be solved, because at the end of the day, they're just corporate people who want money, and they'll force whatever they think will be successful as a result.
They allowed Velma to stay, but they canceled like the Scooby-Doo like Christmas movie they were making that was like 90% done. I'm like, wow.
There are some weirdos out there. I agree.
Like,
I
wait
don't
a
think
minute.
it can ever be something that can be changed per se, but it's more so whatever can be successful, even if it's garnered out of like controversy. If they really want to roll that way,
Yeah.
it can be successful off of maybe. Also, our takes are subjective. Maybe it can be kind of almost universal, but if they can somehow keep succeeding off of shitty content,
In
I
rage
mean,
culture. Yeah, then they're going to keep
yeah,
doing
I mean,
it.
in a sense, more respect to them if they can somehow do that. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
I mean,
obviously.
I agree. Clearly, I don't like a lot of what's associated with that. But like, I mean, just think about every time, like, say for example, like another type of enraged culture. Like anytime you hear about the sexual preferences of a comic book hero or anything, that garners so much popularity and so much fame. Even if they're doing it for no reason, they just know it'll drag people in. It makes sense that at a certain point in time, these corporate executives think, well, what if the whole series was that? And that's how we got Velma, you know?
Oh God. I just
Yeah.
still can't believe someone really thought that was going to be successful. That's
Well,
crazy.
I said the same thing about the Justice League show, okay? But you know what? It happened. It happened. But I tell you what, we're going to roll over. We're going to switch things up. Yo, I know we got Reality Spine, who had a topic he wanted to hit up about, let's see. What will be some fun ones we can all pop off with? He's talking about crossing over into other forms of media and mixing it with collabs with other Omni-Lanterns. I don't know, what were you thinking? What would you want to bring up in reference to that? Kua?
Definitely in recent times I've been looking at like other forms of media besides just direct mythology. I know that there definitely is a community for that, and I'm already like a community within a community, you know, like power scaling and mythology, other than joining a larger mythology. But we kind of expand on that because a power scaler. Still enjoy other forms of media. Looking into other series that might involve mythology, or even if it like vaguely involves it for a little bit, use that as an opportunity to collab with my other Omni. Like for example, like Record of Ragnarok. Anyone's like down to do Record of Ragnarok?
I'm definitely giving an idea to do it. What?
Off with like JoJo's, like some implications with JoJo's, like Egyptian stuff, the tarot cards, how like stands were initially actually based off of tarot cards, rather than just like musical bands.
Yo, what tarot cards scale highest with lore shit would be actually kind of a fire video, not gonna lie.
Facts.
Scaling.
Tarot cards would be the highest. Actually, I recently made a short "What is Tarot?"
Oh yeah, that one was sick. They got a fucking how powerful they overall. It's kind of a cool
I
concept.
don't know. That is one of the cool things I'm really looking forward to doing within this group is trying to cross over more. I get, especially with my sphere of influence, very heavily invested inside DC and that content. I know my viewers are very heavily oriented towards DC, but anybody who's been in a Discord call with me knows I jump into all sorts of different verses, and I just like talking media in general. So I'm going to try my hardest to kind of branch out, kind of like what you're saying, and talk to you guys, whether it's not just about DC crossovers, but all sorts of stuff. I know I've been talking to Don for a little bit about a really unique video on his channel, which I think will be awesome. I mean, all of us in here have a variety of different topics we've been discussing with each other in the server and trying to make happen for all of us. So I really look forward to both myself doing it, but also just seeing what cool stuff everyone here creates in general.
Yeah, man, it's really awesome. Like, actually, even recently, a good example of this kind of outreach other pieces of media at the Wally West
True
solo by Hermes. Yeah.
Yo, I found that shit and I was like, yo, cool, you got, or like, yo, realities, you gotta make a video on this, bro. It's just too good not to. Like, this is some of the funniest things I've ever seen. He walks up and he like taps him on the head, and Wally West falls over like a fucking wet fish on the ground. He was like, no.
Bro, Wally West was like, he was shook. He was like, it's like all the fucking bone marrow went out of my body.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
He was like, bro, I can't do anything. It's a fight between gods and I'm just a mortal. I was like, yo, this sounds like reality spine narration right now. Like, listen to this stuff, man.
Mythology, it like crosses like all these different tallies. It ticks off all those boxes.
Facts.
I'm just saying, Jiren solos.
Oh,
comics.
Oh, God.
He did say it, so it's canon. Don't you know he's popular? So if he said it, then it has to be canon. That's just how it works now.
I guess that's
All right.
the rules, guys.
Yo, we'll talk one last topic before cutting it off, unless the good old chat has some stuff they want to pop off on. But Reality Spine also posted, actually, no, two more. Yo, there might, like, I want Q to be the one to unlaunch this one, okay? Yo, hit him with the cooking with Q memes, okay?
Here we go.
Yo, hit him with it. Hit him with it. I'll leave it up to you if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, so as you know, some who maybe subscribe to me may know, I have been fairly lacking in videos in the past couple of months because personally I feel like I've just not really been into scaling that much anymore. But I mean, I like talking about it, but not making videos. But recently, I started out as a fucking meme in Lumos server. I'm a big cook, and I just started cooking. And one of my friends was like, hey, you know, put it on live stream. And started cooking, live stream.
Was that the homie Boost?
I think it was Boost.
Was it Boost? Shoutouts to my boy Boost, yeah.
Boost and Don, I mean, OGs. I might just be like, YOLO, fuck it. If I ever make videos again, which may be soon, expect me to maybe be IRL, just doing meme cooking. And I might have to just take a break from scaling.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat, dude. On the server, it's been really refreshing to have like just somebody doing something completely outside of the box. Because in like a lot of these power scaling communities and stuff like that, dude, it's so fucking like droll. Like all it ever it is like two guys in VC nagging like DC, no Marvel, DC, no Marvel, or like fucking Goku, no DC, or like whatever the case it is. It's really cool to like take a step back from that and just have somebody like cooking in the background. Even if it is that's what we're talking about, but it just like even if it's the same old shit, it's just cool to have something break the mood of everyone discussing like the best way to cook something, or even just seeing somebody cook something. It's just really cool. A big change of pace. It's really dope.
Yeah, hold on. I just realized something. We're literally
pulling the "let him cook" meme for Q.
Literally. What's he cooking, bro? I've been asking it.
It's the fucking Thanos thumbnail.
Yeah. What's
No,
he cooking?
I mean, because when I like generally just regularly cook, or like when a lot of people cook, I know like they either listen to music, obviously, or like podcasts. But like, I like cooking, like, you know, when I'm on calls with all you guys, since I can just, you know, fucking talk. It's like a simulation when you cook.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do the same. I'll talk about scaling when I cook or something when I record myself. I don't know.
Dude,
We'll see.
yeah, just sit around and talk. You're a good narrator, and obviously you can cook pretty well. I think it makes for a really interesting vibe. And if you do make that kind of change, you know, the homies will be there for you, all the Omni-Lanterns, but hopefully the fans will understand, like, this is just the direction you want to go in. It's enjoyable, and I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, and anyone who can unsub, you know, they can just unsub. All good.
Yeah, like, I mean, you're not really losing much if they're not going to sit around and support you just because you decided to put cooking in your videos. Like, yo, it is what it is. Just accept the change.
Yeah. True.
Holding scaling fans.
Yeah, Q just called you out. He said, embrace what I'm cooking or don't eat. Damn.
Let me cook.
Yeah, literally, let him cook, bro. All right. And the last one, just because I know this is a meme, shout out to me. It's definitely trying to low-key punch me in the balls. Yo, Reality Spine got the massive Our Lanterns overdone as a faction in DC. All right, you guys can all give your opinions, and then I'll give the objectively correct opinion at the end, okay?
All right. Okay, so just putting this out there. Also, granted, I did type a lot of topics into the topic section, so it was kind of bound to come up. Recently, you know, I've been getting a lot of, like, not flack, but like opinions on both sides of the spectrum from a resident of ours, Wally, and also kind of looking at the objective scaling and stuff, and like not even for other verses, like, oh my god, you guys are mollying, you know, like lanterns would speed up everyone. Like, even within D itself, like lanterns take up too much of like the center stage for like, oh yeah, it's the lantern. What do you guys think?
I think there should be a lot of them kind of floating around and doing things in the universe, because, like, you're the Universal Patrol. I don't ever see you around, like... it's like I don't know what you're doing here.
Well, okay, so you're saying that they're not in there enough then, right? You're saying they need to have more of an influence.
Like, if you're the Universal Protector, like, I get there's certain amounts of them per quadrant, you know what I mean? But we got, you know what I mean? We got these guys who can fly through time and stuff like that. They should be solving a lot of things. You know what I mean? A lot of ways. Like, I mean, obviously, stories needs to be written in a way that, you know, other characters can shine. But, like, they see something crazy going on, and they be like, wait. What you doing here?
I mean, look at the scaling, like Hal Jordan, like, spearing through Mandrak through the chest. Like, stuff, like, moments like that. You know, it's like... I mean, it's canon, you know, it happens,
but then there's also the good part of that catching else, like when Kyle Rayner gets slammed like a clown in by like a door by a parademon, you know, like good and bad. But are you talking just being like them overly saturated throughout the whole entire
universe? Are you talking
oversaturation,
or are you talking like power?
Yeah, I don't mean like taking the center spot for like which faction gets the most attention. Like, definitely, you know, like the bigger runs are like Batman and stuff.
Yeah,
like
so overpowered.
Yeah, like just overpowered. Like when,
like scaling wise.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of your scaling, and I've like talked to other D scalers. They're like, yeah, it always seems like the land. Is it like, yeah? And I want to know everyone's that one.
Okay. Well, anybody else got something to add? I'm gonna add my own jazz here in a bit. Okay. But but I'm waiting for everyone else to go first so they can have an unbiased interpretation.
I got
I'm definitely not molding. I just noticed that's a trend.
No, I think it. Oh, go on.
You go.
Oh, I was just saying. I think it'd be cool if we had like I don't know, like a rainbow, like anthology or something, like a couple of episodes or something, going through every like a bunch of people getting lantern rings for every color. You know what I mean? Except for gold, obviously, because
that's in the
not
future.
ripping that away. You're not ripping that away from him. That could be its own little thing over there. But just like really beautiful, differently animated shorts for each planet, and just a bunch of different people, like races and stuff like that in the DC universe. And seeing like their worlds are in peril, something's going on, they need hope, they have hope. I mean, it slowly just fills in. I think that could be a very beautiful thing.
Well, when I think about their being overpowered, I don't think it's that important because there's always just source power emanation theory, which you can rely upon. And that's where, you know,
he's going versus Battle Wiki on us, boys.
You know, it's in reality, you know, using rational logical reasoning.
I know what he's cooking now. I know what he's cooking now, boys. He's cooking source wall emanation theory. No.
So don't worry. Lumos was about to rep White Lantern Kyle, but don't worry. White Lantern, he's only low multiversal max, so you're okay.
Oh my god, this slander over here. Anybody else got something to say before I start styling on kids?
Oh, dang.
Okay, sounds like everybody
Right,
said
go
their
ahead.
piece. Okay, yo Tig, I'm disturbingly upset with all of your points. Because everything you've tried, everything you asked for, they actually do have, and it's established. Whenever it comes to like the entire mythos, they have all like an entire universe, all sorts of different planets that all have their respective lanterns. But clearly, when it comes to like other lanterns and stuff, they kind of are a little bit weirder as to like where they come from and how they function and stuff like that. So they've definitely covered all those things. When it comes to the oversaturation of lantern content, I think that they definitely were in the New 52. There was like 700 lantern runs, okay? In the current day, fuck no. They're like almost irrelevantly gone. The one Green Lantern title that's going on right now got rechanged to John Stewart Emerald Knights. They don't even wield Green Lantern rings anymore, and there is no actual Green Lantern run that's happening in the current moment. It's like, yeah, in the early teens of the 2000s, like, yeah, you could argue they were, but definitely not in the current day. When it comes to power scaling, everyone in DC has stupid ass shit. If you think that Hal Jordan being capable of like doing random things that are really powerful, like, yeah, but like every DC character has that. Like, look at Wally West Flash, who got the powers of Dr. Manhattan and was just like rolling around through all of creation, like doing anything he wanted. Or like, look at Cosmic Armor Superman, or even Superman in the current day where he's roaming the 6th dimension. I don't think Hal Jordan's doing anything that is like too absurd or too extreme within the greater context of DC. I just think that I've done my job effectively as a lantern scaler to the point to where it feels that dangerous. When in reality, if you sit down and you scale out any DC character at their absolute highest ends, that's one of the core founding Justice League members, you find dumb shit like that for them. And it's just kind of the consequence of power creep within like DC in general, that the key lanterns, and it's important that I note basically just the Earth ones for the most part, have those absurd scaling moments, but then you go outside of that and you have characters who get ran up on by like normal people and shot and killed because they just don't have like the will to kind of be relevant towards like the greater scheme of things. Whenever it comes to Tick's statements about like, yo, the Lanterns should be around and be relevant, they should be stopping all these different things. Well, the problem is there's so many problems in DC they can't, because once you get into space, everything sucks, everyone's out trying to murder you, and there are all sorts of problems to be dealt with. A space sector, depending on like where you're at and which space sector you're on, can include 10 billion worlds. Could you imagine saying, yo, here's a lantern ring, go navigate across 10 billion worlds and stop any problem that happens on them? And they do when they can, it's just not necessarily that easy. So they have their cons and their downsides, just like any utilized police force, or maybe not underutilized, but understaffed police force. They're trying to stop all the problems they can, but there's just too many problems in response to them. And having too big of an army is seen as a threat to the Guardians. So you already know they ain't letting that shit happen. That's just how it would
That's
be.
totally fair.
Like,
Totally fair.
I think that Hal definitely has his moments. Kyle definitely has his moments. John does, but unfortunately they're when he doesn't have a lantern ring. And like all the other lanterns are dope, but like Guy isn't out here with a Green Lantern ring in the current day, like fucking fighting Mandrak or like fighting the Darkest Night or like anything along those lines. They're in a comfortable place. I think they should be more saturated in the current day because I think a founding Justice League member deserves their own fucking comic book run. But that could just be the biased ramblings of somebody who is like a genuine, like who is like a large genuine investment to the Lanterns and what he wants from like them in the current moment. If you think that GL or like Hal Jordan is like overpowered, I mean, that's fair, but you'd have to raise that critique essentially to every comic book character that's like a founding member of the league. And if you do that, that's fair. I wouldn't hate that against you, but I wouldn't single like Hal out as an individual who is like extreme within the context of that.
I think that's a pretty good my response. I mean, I myself, I'm not upset about that. I just bounced different perspectives on the Lanterns.
Yeah.
And granted, yeah, like they are like a cosmic force. Like they take up a lot of space, and the foundation for their scaling is one of like the most impressive cosmic forces in DC.
Yeah, it's one of the
kinda par
7
for
most
the course.
important ones in all of the cosmology. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you're gonna get broken shit. But I will admit, under at least a little bit of time, I was kind of under the impression that like, oh shit, here comes the Lanterns again. Like it's like there wasn't any other like faction characters like or like metahuman or aliens like Kryptonians, and y'all just get wiped by the Lantern.
No.
Which is not the truth.
Yeah, I think that every one of the major factions in like DC has like their own place. The Lanterns are, and this goes consistently throughout all of DC, cohesively one of the strongest individual factions. But the problem is, in order for them to do what they gotta do, they spread themselves so thin. And that's what makes them weak. Despite their raw power as an individual force, they're weak because they're peacekeepers rather than like agents of war. And a lot of people, including Mongol, Brainiac, and a bunch of others, take advantage of that because individually they're not anywhere near as dangerous as they are as like a cohesive force. So that very thing that makes them powerful is a weakness, unironically.
To give Joel a power ring.
Yo, Joel will be a dank-ass Green Lantern. That's just science, bro. I'm telling you that right now. That man, he's fought through some shit, okay?
Yeah, true.
But,
I think, would Abby be a good Red Lantern?
yeah, she dedicated her whole life to killing Joel, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I definitely think so, dude. She, like, didn't want to give up on that either. She was going pretty hard to make that happen.
That's a good video. Green
Could be
Lantern
worth.
Joel versus Red Lantern.
What would happen, yeah, in that moment if you gained a will ring, having not backed down to that crew? That would be actually pretty lit, dude.
Oh.
But I tell you what, we've been on here long enough. I know we've been streaming for like at least an hour and a half at this point in time. So I tell you what, we'll go top to bottom. Just give everyone one last chance to say what's up on their way out. It's been a blast. Don, you want to go first?
This is Don Juan III, as we say, the host of Coffee Shop Comics. I appreciate being on here and look forward to the next one.
Heck yeah, dude. As always, that's the way to be. What about you, next jobber? Hit us with it.
Just jobbing. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm a jobber. Yeah, man. But yeah, just come check out the channel. Make sure to sub Omni-Lanterns. Come on, it's popular.
Check that description, boys.
Mm-hmm.
And Q, you got anything you want to say on the way out?
Not too much right now. Just chilling, cooking, moving. Moving's a bitch, but almost done. And I'll maybe do videos again soon. We'll see.
Let's go.
Oh.
All right. What about you, Realities? Anything else?
It's been a blast for. Is this the first Omni-Lantern?
The
Corps
first Omni-Lantern Council meetup, dude.
Awesome. Well, so far, this meeting blast. I did have a lot of my topics being covered because I posted so many. Yeah, it was fun being here.
Heck yeah. Spicy, you up?
Yeah. Thank you for having me
Sleeping.
on, man. Always appreciate it. Working on a video currently right now. I got another short in the bag I'm thinking about. I don't really want to release what those are just yet, but I'm currently reading through Baki yet again for like the 5th fucking time. But you know what? I will do it again. And I'll get that video out as soon as I can.
Sacrifice for content. What a W. And
You don't want to talk about that long nose video?
Don't talk about it. It's secret.
Tick over here trolling. Yeah, speaking of which, what you got on the way out, Tick?
Just gonna be working on my All for One video. Maybe working on thinking about like a part 3 video that was just came open with my head, so I make a little discussion on that. And I'm looking at this pizza in the chat, and it is just bad. Please put this up on stream. This
You are
pizza.
mad because that pizza was delicious. That pizza was epic.
so
You're so
sad.
mad. It's sad. You want to know why? Because it hadn't been eaten yet, Tick. So get out of here. You couldn't tell a good pizza if you were looking straight.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
If it's just a light on your head.
But yo, as always, I'm your host, Lumos Theromax. I was glad to pull everyone together. Glad to make some fun content, and I look forward to streaming a heck of a lot more, and including hopefully doing these Omni-Lantern councils a bit more often with y'all. Hopefully in the future we can make this happen a little bit earlier in the day so we can get more people hanging out in chat. And yeah, it's been an absolute blast. I might chop up some of this and just throw it up for some easy content down the way. Who knows? But I guess until next time, thanks for hanging out, especially if you made it this far. Give me bacon in the chat. That would be a big W. If you manage to make it through the entire video, hit me up with bacon inside the comment section. That way everyone knows you're a real OG, all right? But with no further ado, we'll catch you next time, Lanterns. Here.